Yes, I sounds of Indai Allen.
I pray, Father God, cover me.
Track title Prayer.
Show me you're the only one I trust.
He's a special guest on the program today now.
Pray, Father God, cover me.
So the item just set up on themselves, eh?
You're the only one I trust in. Daddy can't stand the suffering. We know him try mess with cover me. When him have so much ideas, mama carry the rest off it. Look how far man I come from. I could I be a gunman? I'ma sing from my heart now. Make my brother so proud. I pray, Father God, cover me. Send your blessing to show me. You're the only one who knows. Pray, Father God, cover me. Send your blessings that show me. Yeah. 26 and I'm still breathing. Lose one heap of friends and I'm still breathing. Keep close to the most high. That mean me still reading. Salvation is attainable. Some is seeking at the table. Well, for them I dream. Them lost in the fable. Pray, Father God, cover me. Send your blessings and show me.
Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Ready, red, gold and green. I'm Blank Radio Live.
I pray, Father God, cover me. Send your blessings, let it show me. I pray, Father God, cover me. Send your blessings, let it show me. You're the only one I trust in. I pray, Father God, cover me. Send your blessings, let it show me. You're the only one I trust in. Daddy can't stand the suffering. We know him try mess with cover me.
Black Star International Media, large up, Zin.
Mama carry the rest off it. Look how far man I come from. I could I be a gunman?
Houston, Texas.
I sing from my heart now. Make my brother so proud. I pray, Father God, cover me. Send your blessings that show me.
Sounds of Indai Allen. The Prayer.
The only one who knows. Pray, Father God, cover me. Send your blessings that show me. Yeah. 26 and I'm still breathing. Lose one heap of friends and I'm still breathing.
I tell you what a statement here.
Most high, that mean me still reading. Salvation is attainable. Some is seeking at the table. Well, for them I dream. Them lost in the fable. Pray, Father God, cover me. Send your blessings and show me.
And you know, so without no further delay, I want to introduce Indai Allen to the Mindset Program. Blessed love.
Yeah, man, blessings.
Honorable my lord, warm welcome, man.
Much love and respect, man. Give thanks for having me, yeah?
Yes, sir, it's a great honor, man. Selassie, you know, great honor. You know, just hearing, you know, that intro a while ago is a great honor for really have a virgin like the hype on the program. Yeah.
Man, give thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Talk to me about the prayer. You know, I know it's a entry. It's an entry to EP or album.
Well, the prize is actually the outro to the Indiminium mixtape, you know. So the mixtape comprises of like 17 tracks, and it was really outro on that mixtape. So
Rastafari.
it comprises of basically the experiences and the overall build up of the whole journey of the mixtape. Because some the mixtape has underlined messages in each song all the way up, and if you listen to the mixtape from the first track to the last, you understand the story and understand why I did a track like that for the project.
Yes, I. Yeah, man, and unfortunately, I haven't get the the opportunity for do that still. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm sure no say boy, by the outro, yeah, so you know, I seal up the whole thing. It must be something solid. All right,
Yeah, man.
talk to me about which party which party I grew up and which party I come from. I know the is
Hmm.
from Jamaica and thing, but where in Jamaica the is from.
Well, I come from a place them called Tucker Irving, Montego Bay, St. James. It's relatively a cool community and thing. I lived there for almost about 19 years, and then I moved to Kingston after that, you know, to pursue schooling and everything. And yeah, Moby are really my place. That's where I'm born and grew. Most of my family is from Moby, and there's some roots start, before I left out on the journey to go elsewhere and thing. Kingston is where me basically develop most of my musical talent and the journey and everything. All the development happened in Kingston.
Rastafari. So all right, I know Coral Gardens, Coral Garden incident, probably
Mm.
happened nearby which party I grew up, right?
Oh,
Would
Tucker Irwin. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, would that have any influence on the eye? Um, merging into Rastafari, because I know the eye say, all of the development, started in Kingston. But
Mm.
would that hold any significance to the eye? Would you say?
It have to hold significance now because at the end of the day, humanity humanity is what would I say now? We would want to say peace and love and all them things there for the whole of humanity, that's what me believe in. And for something like that that's in history, written down in history, that is a very tragic occurrence that happened. It no matter if it was, you know, Rastafarians or, a ballad or whoever.
Yes.
Any humanity, humans on a whole, it no matter. Let's forget about the titles and the labels for a minute and think about being just simply being human. For no say them things that did happen to a next human being. It's something where I would have never stand for or support. Me believe in a love and peace and unity. So I mean that held some significance, yes, and at the same time it was also something to remember that all right, that happened, and how you go forward now. You know, you know certain things in the past, you know your history that help you to move forward, help you to side certain things and try to change. How do we make things better
True.
going forward? So it's them reasoning that it really impact me, if I have.
Yes, I. Selassie, I know. Yeah, man. All right. God, I say you trod in a Kingston, and that's where everything really start off. So
Hmm.
you go to one of the major school in Jamaica in terms of music. You know,
Yeah, Edna Manley.
yeah. Talk to me about that experience there.
Well, it was a very cool experience, because so after I moved from Montego Bay, I took part in the Digital Rising Star competition, right? So
Yeah,
that was about 2011. So after straight out of that competition, I started school right after because I knew from Mobi, I knew that if I wanted to know more about music and learn certain things that I didn't know before, in order for me to pursue my dreams further, I knew that much that that would be the place to go. So after the competition and thing, I enrolled into Enamande and I started, and the journey, it was very very much an interesting one and an exciting one as well. That's where I met you know a lot of people that I know now in the industry. In terms of Enamande is like a hub to the entire industry in Jamaica, and is connected as well into to the international industry as well.
but
So
would you say that
me, it's
would you say it's a more recent thing though, in a sense,
in
in
terms of it being a hub.
yes,
I wouldn't say recent because it has been turning out a lot of musicians that in the industry for years now. A lot of musicians that you see out there on the road, in different bands, whether it be that them turn producers or any form of role in the industry, whether it be engineer, producer, lighting, sound, anything at all. Most of the persons them pass through Edna, or if they never pass through them, know somebody that they met there, or so it Edna Malik has been playing um
playing
that
that
role
role. All right,
for
clarity,
quite some time.
clarity.
Hmm.
Yes, I. All right, yeah, man. So, um, the I so the I leave from Mobile really for pursue um a music career.
Hmm.
See, and you start to go through the right channels and process to really make it happen, because
Hmm.
based upon what the I say, you want it to be more than just a reggae artist. You want it to be a musician other than just a reggae artist. Cause most
Yeah.
reggae
Hmm.
artists, some don't really play an instrument. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some, not saying all, but some. Some is
Hmm.
just in the studio and voice and record. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But the I sound to me like it's more a musician thing. You know what I mean? Compare with, comprise with being a artist. Because when I look on the I bio that the I send I
Hmm.
man, it show I man say um the I is a reggae artist, songwriter, and producer, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
The thing to me now is you do all of that now, Zane,
Hmm.
and you go up on the rising star, and you know what I mean, people start to know about the eye and thing. Talk to me about getting the music out there now. Cause that is a whole different thing now, because you train up yourself to be this, what I mean, spectacular artist and
Hmm.
musician. Zane, talk to me about getting the music out there so the people them could hear what you have to offer.
Well, that process was what I would have said. No, I would have described that process as like the come up, because as much as how you'd be, let's say you're well trained, you go to school, or you go through the training process to learn all these things. Along with that, the levity also come with that, because the things when I write about and them thing is things where affect me personally, or affect me through somebody that I know personally. These are all things that come together. So I was in a band for like about 4 years while I was in school, and then after the band, now the band transitioned onto doing other things, and I transitioned to continue to pursue the journey and thing, and the experiences that I had along the way, comprised with the training that I had and everything, it kind of helped me to mold, what I wanted to say, and the meditation over the whole at that particular time. So the first official tune that I released was called Catch a Fire in 2018 February,
Yes,
and
I.
that was basically my introduction as a solo act, right after being in a band for so long, owning the skills and working and going through the experiences and stuff, going through life experiences, personal experiences, you know, all them things that come together full circle now for me say, all right, revamp, restart the journey now as Indie Allen, outside of being in a band, and Catch a Fire, the first tune, the West came about when my cousin, I heard that my cousin got shot.
Oh, all
He
right.
is from
Hold on, my
Montego Bay.
general. I pray thee. Cause you go too fast to yeah, you go too fast. Then hold on. You
Alright.
see this song you know, Catch a Fire. We're gonna have to
Mm.
play this song to make the people really know what they are talking about. Zane, the people them get an experience of this thing. Here we go.
So precious is the human heart. The things we do for love makes us fall apart. The same thing that causes so much pain could have us dancing in a hurricane. Even though I show you that my heart bleeds,
Mindset.
Untouchable, uncrushable.
Ready, red, gold and green. I'm Long Radio Live.
So precious is the human heart. The things we do for love makes us fall apart. The same thing that causes so much pain could have us dancing.
Sounds of In the Arena.
Even though I show you that my heart bleeds, the flame never stays still when it needs to speak. You lit the spark, igniting us both, and now it's hard to control. Whoa, I want you to know this is love, yes. Catch a fire in my soul. I want you to know this is trust, yes. Catch a fire in my bones. I may snap at you even if you camera shy. Make jokes about your hair when it makes you smile. Get mad when you call me 10,000 times. How old are you, girl? Whoa, we laugh at times. Sometimes we cry. Things that last won't ever tell a time. Don't ever let this young flame die on you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I want you to know this is love, yeah.
Rock them and crack them.
Catch a
They're in tune to the mindset. Let the action speak with something that's timeless. Rock them and crack them. Jabari representing Ijahstars and
This is trust, yeah. Catch a fire in my bones. Don't throw stones in a glass house. You might break it. Don't throw stones in a glass house. You
sounds of in the alien. Track Catch a Fire.
I want you to know this is drum stage. Catch a fire in my bones, yeah.
Debut single, you know.
I want you to know this is drum stage. Catch a fire.
Man gone solo Catch Fire, Zane. Rastafari.
Yeah.
Lovely song, you know, my general.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks.
Lovely song, lovely song. So there I say, the whole experience coming from out of the band and you know everything really make the eye produce Catch a Fire.
Yeah, I mean, because the whole experience of treading with the band, and I learned a lot of things, and we're working together to put out music and thing as the entity itself. And then when that never materialized, no, I had no choice but to continue the journey on my own. And some of the things that I was going through at the time in my relationship that really manifests into the whole vibe of that song. Say, boy, no matter how you go through things, you for make the flame just dead. So you always try to work on rekindling the flame. Try to keep the fire blazing all the time.
Yes, for real. For real, my general. Yes, the I travel overseas and perform, right? Because I read the I perform with a couple well-known artists as well overseas, Jamil and a few other big acts from Jamaica. Talk to me about getting your thing ready, at all time, because you can be called up at any given moment as an artist, because you're recording and you're trying to get your music probably to play on the radio, and you want to go out there and perform for the people. Talk to me about getting yourself, ready at all time, at any given moment, for step on the road. What really, drive the eye.
Well, as well, my mentor would say, one of my mentors is Mikey Bennett, and him, along with Philip Clark, and you have Mikey Fletcher, have some great people, that's been supporting me over the years in terms of mentorship and everything, and them give me advice, and them always tell me, say, in order for you to be ready, you must always be prepared ahead of time. So you don't have to get ready. You must always be ready. So it's from that mindset where you always try to say, all right, you approach the everything that you do with a certain level of militancy. You put God first, then you understand, say, this is your bread and butter, this is your life, this is what you're about. So in order to not wait or not allow anybody to sit and wait for you, you always be in the mindset to be ready. So you have to get ready, So the rehearsals, you make sure you rehearse your songs, you know what you're about, so that when you're called upon, once it's an opportunity that is right and good, and if it's Jah will, you're ready to take part in it. So that's basically how I try to do my thing. If somebody call me tomorrow and say, you can come through and bless the show here, and I don't have my guitar to do that show, I always walk with my tracks and everything else. So I always, in the mindset to be ready for share the love, share the word with the people and things. So there's a certain level of discipline and
So how it
kind
go
of
now?
conscious thinking going into that.
Do you have a band for yourself that you're working with when, when you go out there and perform? Do you have a band or
Well, I'm working on that for next year. So most of the shows that I did international last year and this year so far, has been just me and a small team of people. So I recently did Best of the Best in Miami, and that was a small team of people. You know, management and producers and stuff. So everything in the whole aspect of touring, it take a lot financially, and you know you have to grow the career to a certain level where you can start, you know, pay for all these things, or get all these things paid for when you travel. So working towards that, you know, working very hard to make sure I say, all right, I can carry like a travel party like 8 or 9 or 10 next year. So putting in all the groundwork, been putting in all the groundwork from what, last year, coming over. So those shows that I did, they were acoustic shows, whether it be acoustic or track, you know, with travel, with either management or, you know, small group of people, whether travel party of 4 or 2 or so. And
And
we go and we get the work done, you know.
and the eyes on the road.
Mhm.
The eyes on the road. All right. Cause the eye just came from Miami. That
Mhm.
show Super Cat and Shabba Ranks and all of those virgin was on that show, right?
Yeah, man, it was a real cool experience, man. Give thanks for the opportunity to grace a stage like that, you know, with so many greats on it.
All right. You grace them type of stage there already, Zane. But
Mhm.
we don't know if the I have a number one song out there.
Mhm.
Zane, we don't know if they have any number one song out there. But you're out there and you're doing your thing. All right.
Mhm.
This is the question. Why you think it going take now for the eye for really out there on a consistent basis and will able to have that type of demand where you can bring the people them who you really want to bring when you're on the road. What you think it gonna take?
I mean that question there, I think it easy enough answer that question there. I think just more hard work and just keep the consistency going, you know, keep working hard because as I said before, you know, the band made the transition from the band from about 2016, and then, you know, started writing and stuff for, you know, solo projects for 2017, and 2018 was the first official release, and then from that things has been, you know, growing, you know, things that get better, things that develop and them things. So it's just the hard work. At the end of the day, you know, you can't sit down and say, all right, you know, where I get certain shows or where I get this and where I get that, and then things are all right. You have to just keep a state of mind that you just have to keep going. You have to keep writing the next song. You have to keep putting out stuff. You have to keep doing these shows, you know, being in front of the people, sharing the word with the people. And that is, you know, the mindset of me have right now to
Do you,
grow the brand,
do you
you
do
know.
you do charity show?
Yeah, man. I do whole heap of free shows, whole heap of paid shows, whole heap of everything. I mean, right now, the most important thing for me right now is to grow the brand, share the message with the people, and, you know, let the people know who indie is, and for just grow the overall experience and getting the name out there, you know, for cement the thing further that, as you say, you can travel on a more consistent basis, bring more people. So it's an overall growth, and I understand so that not gonna happen overnight. So this is where people would have called paying the dues time, you know.
Rastafari. Yes, I. Um, I think about 2 years ago, I was in Jamaica, and
Mhm.
before I reached Jamaica, St. James was under state of emergency, and
Mhm.
you know I grew up at Jamaica, and I don't really know we never really know St. James as
To be a bad place.
to be them type of place there. May I tell you, you know, my general?
Yeah.
Listen me. When we grew up, you see Mobile, when we hear about Mobile and them places, people are going and the closest place to reach probably Florida or them place there, on ship and all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Zane? So we always have the thinking that them place there are some place where people are deal with things. It's like another city different from Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
Zane? So when we hear state of emergency in a St. James,
In St. James.
it never sound right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
What as a virgin we grew up down there so now. Zane, when you hear them thing there, Zane, and me know that's where you're born and grow. But you're based in a Kingston you know. When you hear the place under them type of vibration there, what really come to your mind when you hear state of emergency, St. James, and a whole pa killing a go on?
The first thing what come to my mind, is, my family. I think about my family and I said, boy, them safety, them, the place change because, as I say, been living in Kingston for a while and then for go back there, for see the changes and them thing. The first thing I have to think about is, right, like my family is still there, and them have to dip on the road when daily, my mother and father for they go work and, them in it is not like say, they are away from the situation, they are in the middle of it and then we have to visit and them thing there. So it's not a good feeling for say I'm from a place like that where it used to be so nice and, peaceful a certain way. It have a certain, positive vibration towards it. And then that change, it would never be a good feeling at all. And that's why, I am trying to do my part, play my part, say, all right. I have a responsibility as a singer and a player of an instrument,
Yes.
as well word that the Almighty would have said. We have to honor these responsibilities and play my part. So me start the conversation, about things that are going on with a track called The West. So it's not a good feeling and we don't want to see it change, but before it can change we have to start the conversation. We have to talk about it. Just like we bring it up a while ago, talk about what can be done, why is it that way and what can be done to make it better.
All right, Ewa. We are going to come to that, Zane. We are going to come to that, Zane, but we are going to play the song. All right?
Yeah, man.
Everybody want a snap, fi have a lot of views. Some do anything for cash, some pay a lot of dues. Some want to be running in the latest shoes, while the owners make a profit, while you're dead for you and have you too much love for the owners, not gonna make it worse.
Mindset.
Down the streets and get bloody like Dr. Jason. In the middle of it all, it's sits lonely in the Wild Wild West. It's not easy to stay alive, even in the Wild Wild West. It's not safe to go outside, even in the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, I tell you, state of emergency, St. James.
They want a snap, fi have a lot of views. Some do anything for cash, some pay a lot of dues. Some
Produce them type of vibration,
who's while the owners make a profit, while you're dead for you and have you too much love for the dance.
Youths them eyes open.
But them one another don't fear every red set. Down the streets I get bloody like Dr. Jason.
So them are gonna put pen to paper, Zane.
Slow me in the Wild Wild West. It's not easy to stay alive, even in the Wild Wild West. It's not safe to go outside, even in the Wild Wild West. Watch out for the horses, even in the Wild Wild West.
red, gold, and green. I'm long radio live.
How comes the best trees come from the west yet? Nobody now meditate. No one and not keep like dance them out the street. Every man feel himself, not even company. I keep young Johnny a scholar, chasing the dollar. CC's in his dreams, turning his back on the books mama gave him to be financially free. With the 16, the hammer they call repeat. Sheriff can't match all the fire way you beat. The boys in the blue versus the men in the black. What you gonna do when you're under attack? When there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Good God, there's a war outside. You will never know when it's too close. Living in the Wild Wild West, it's not easy to stay alive. Living in the Wild Wild West, it's not safe to go outside. Living in the Wild Wild West, watch out for the horses. Living in the Wild Wild.
So let's say I know. Enough of the youths them probably where you grew up with would have feel say boy, yeah, probably run away from certain things and not knowing say boy a really serious thing you deal with the music, I know. Gun and them thing there.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's a reality, man, because I know a lot of people who, you know, from my community who didn't make it out, you know, and is a truth. There's a certain truth to the narrative that, you know, everybody have a choice, you know, and everybody needs to be aware of that choice. I say, all right, there is a way out, you know. It's just the choices what you make will determine the path and the journey. So we have to talk about these things. We have to have a conversation. We ourselves have to be an example to say, all right, we choose to do something different than where the next one we then choose to do for sure. Say it's possible if we not go that route there. So
let's say I know. And here we more have to ask the eyes. Zane, you feel say the music have any influence on how we might see how things are run today? You feel say the music have any influence?
Music is a very powerful thing, you know. And I do think there's a certain level of influence, whether that be good or bad. Music, the frequencies where, you know, come over the ones where when I'm listening to a certain type of music, it's a very powerful thing. So there has to be a balance, you know. If there are certain type of frequencies where cause certain meditation, you know, we who want to promote word sound and promote righteousness and consciousness, we have to make sure that we play our part in providing the balance. It can't be just one type of thing available, understand, for listen to. We have to make sure that we put in our effort, put our foot forward. So I do believe that music has a big part to play in the things you know, some of the things we are going. The influence. Music is very influential.
Yes, I know. So when we can see the you know them side of the earth in Europe.
Well, I have a Europe tour coming up in November. It's supposed to be touring opening for Roots Underground in November. We have some dates, but the exact cities I haven't got them yet. So I will post those on my Instagram like closer to the dates, closer to November, when I have all the information. But I should be there them time there.
Yes, I. And what the people them can find their music.
Alright, so you can just type in Indie Allen, INDIEALLEN, and Spotify, YouTube, you know, Google, Audio Mac, SoundCloud, you know, the whole works. Just type in Indie Allen and you'll find all my music, you know, videos, everything.
And you know, to all of the youths them, you know, because you know, a lot of youths are trying to get their music out there, and you know they're trying, and they're practically on the same journey as the I. Zane, what would you say to the I them, you know, that is coming up, you know, to motivate them?
the most important thing what we would have said to the youths them right now who want to take on this journey is to know the importance of the priority or the divine order of things. You have to put God first before everything and in everything what you do. If God not in it, chances are it might not work how it's supposed to or how you don't want it to work. You have to put God at the forefront of everything. And then the second thing is just hard work and consistency. And love the love for what you do. Once you love what you do, you just keep at it, you keep working hard. But always remember to put God first. And that would really tell the youths them.
Yes, I. And we give thanks. We really give thanks. It's a great honor to have the hype on the program, I'm a general. You know what I mean? I want to take the time out to thank the hype for, taking the time, for come and reason with I and hype on the mindset program.
Yeah, man, no problem, man. It's a pleasure, man. Much love and respect for having me here, man.
Yes, I. And we pray that the hype continue to do, positive songs like these and, continue on the same track there, Yeah, because, that we want to see. We don't want to see the youths them start, say one thing, Rastafari, and then next thing is a different thing up the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, just keep strong, my general, and we love what you do. Zane?
Yeah, man. Much respect, man. Much respect. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. More love and strength, my general. Rastafari.
Rastafari. Blessings.
Blessed love, my Lord. Honorable. Yes, I. Sounds of Indie Allen. You there said we alright.
Everybody want us.
Yes, you there said we my general.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I will give thanks to the moment, man. It's a great honor. So last I know. Amlock Live Radio. And we're there every Wednesday. And we want to take the time out for all the listeners. Zine, manners and respect for taking the time for tuning into the Zine. You don't know. Honors and manners. Check me out again with there on the Flaming Monday 7 till 10. Zine next Monday. So peace and love. Manners and respect.
How comes the best trees come from the west, yeah? Nobody now meditate. No other not keep like dance them out the street. Every man feel himself, not even company. I keep young Johnny Ijahstars.